Alright, so welcome back, guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today we're talking about some news regarding the Hunger Games book and movie franchise. Now, if the Hunger Games is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. Then we're see more Hunger Games news from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So we got some news recently regarding the Hunger Games movie and film franchise. Now, if you haven't been paying attention to the news, it was announced last year that there's going to be a prequel book series to the Hunger Games, and the first book is called A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Now, I'm very excited to see what they do with this. I love the Hunger Games movies. All four of them are some of the best, I think, of the past decade. I think the weakest one would probably be Mockingjay Part 1, but still love all four of them all the same. But I am so excited to see what they do here. I actually never read the books, but I love the movies. And apparently they're already in talks of making the prequels into movies, which is even more exciting. Now, we did find out what the books is going to be about, or the story of the prequels is going to be about. And apparently it's going to be about President Snow and how he became the dark leader that he did. Now, there's been mixed backlash due to this. A lot of people are comparing it to the Star Wars franchise with Darth Vader. And I understand that criticism. I understand that I probably would have preferred something different myself. However, I love the universe of the Hunger Games. I love everything about the story and everything. So I am very excited. I love the books and everything. I love the story and the world building that they did with it. So I'm very excited to see what they do here. They did come out with some promotional art for a young President Snow. Not a big fan of it. I hope it's not the actual thing, because it kind of looks a little creepy. But that's the story for another time. If I had to predict how this trilogy would play out, I'd presume that the first book... Now, it's said that it takes place during the 10th annual Hunger Games. So I'm predicting that I think Snow is going to be a mentor or something to one of the tributes from one of the districts. I think it's even been confirmed that. So that I think what's going to happen here is that tribute is either going to be killed in a brutal way during the Hunger Games, or that his victor actually wins and ends up winning in like a horrible, brutal manner where it horrifies Snow. Now, I could go either way. I think both would be very interesting. But I feel like that's going to be the first book, and then whatever the outcome of that is, you see him slowly turn into this dark version of himself in the second and third. I do hope we get some kind of hints, or maybe even appearances from like Mags and some of the other characters that were alive in the early days of the Hunger Games that we saw during the Prequel. I think there are a few of them that are very old. So I really hope we see some of them in this. That'd be very cool to maybe expand on their characters a bit. Maybe they know Snow or something. I think having them show up would be a very cool thing. Especially like a young Mags. I think that'd be a very cool one. But I am very curious to see what they do with this. A little disappointed they decided to do a Snow origin story. I feel like with the Hunger Games, though, I feel like there's so many different stories that they could tell, that they could even continue to go on with different things. Like, they could do so many things. Like, I wish they had done, the first rebellion, showing how things went up to the Hunger Games. And even though they're not doing that right now, I feel like there's still room for that, where they could do a trilogy regarding that in the future. And I think if they did that, fans would be more excited for this than they are. I think that kind of story would definitely get fans hyped, and especially me. I want to know how that happens, so I want to see that. And I think even if you just did other stories, you could do just maybe one-offs of different characters that we saw. Joanna, or some of the characters that we didn't get a lot to know about from the Prequel, some of the other victors. They could expand on them. I think there's so many possibilities that they could do. Maybe a story on the 13th district, on what happened with them. I think that'd be a cool one. So many different things. I think, and I get people are mad that they did President Snow, but again, I'm going to say, the Hunger Games world is so big that they could expand so much on different characters and just do one-off stories. There's so many things that they could do, and I think that they have a good franchise here. If they play the right moves and make the right decisions, this could be something big. And while a Snow origin story isn't like the biggest thing anybody wants, and again, it is kind of falling in the whole Star Wars idea, I do think it's okay. I'm gonna see how it turns out. I might read the books, I might not. I might just wait for the movies if they eventually come out. But I think again, the world is so big. There's so many different things they could show, like how the careers came into be. They could show the formation of the different districts. I think there's so many possibilities. I think here with the Hunger Games franchise that you shouldn't be too worried, because I think that they could continue on with different stories for as long as they want, and we could eventually get the stories that we want. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. Are you excited for this new book on President Snow? Do you not care? And would you want to see a different story? And if you do want to see something different from the Hunger Games franchise, or in a book form or movie form, what would it be? Would it be the formation of the rebellion, or would it be something else? Let me know all that good stuff in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts and opinions regarding the news of the new Hunger Games books and possibly movies moving forward. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That would miss any more Hunger Games news from me or any other movie news from me moving forward. And you go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which are linked in the About section on my YouTube channel. As always, it's been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.